Hi, I'm Larson Halleck, your unlicensed personal trainer, and today do I have a treat for you. A game that was technically never released, but first, a bit of backstory. Steve Burt Seagal is an Aikido master slash action movie star slash crazy person who has made approximately 750 movies that have titles that can, no, must, be properly prefaced with the phrase, Steven Seagal is. This movie being an example of one that does not, but should have it. He also likes to wear my mom's bathroom curtains and shooting glasses whilst hanging around Brazilian MMA fighters and poorly playing the guitar. But what does this have to do with the Brawling arcade, you might ask? Action movie heroes have a long-standing history with video games, mostly in the form of non-copyright infringing caricatures. But what about official licensing? There was of course the Commodore 64 Bruce Lee video game, as well as several Jackie Chan video games. Mortal Kombat was originally supposed to be a Jean-Claude Van Damme video game before he backed out for some reason. And that brings us to today's game. The Final Option. I'm sorry, that's Steven Seagal is the final option. Son of a bitch, he even managed to title the game the same way he titles all his movies. This game was slated for a 1994 Super Nintendo release, but was shelved due to a combination of Tech Magic's financial troubles and the failure of Seagal's directorial debut, On Deadly Ground, which kind of killed his Hollywood A-list celebrity. Now personally, I don't see how anybody could dislike On Deadly Ground. Steve saves the environment and defends the rights of the Inuit by blowing up an oil rig that's on Inuit land. Also, Michael Caine's in it.
That's disgusting. What is that, halibut? What does it take to change the essence of a man?
I need time to change.
Time. I do too.
Wheel up, give you a ride home.
Thank you, my brother. We're about to go on a sacred journey.
So here's the title screen. Apparently this game was supposed to have 2 players. I'm curious as to who was going to be the second character, but if it was some sort of Steven Seagal, Alvin Donovan co-op mode of pudgy martial arts hucksters bitch-slapping their way to victory, I would die a happy man. So here's the reincarnated llama, Steven Seagal, with his holy, greasy ponytail, and yes, he does actually claim this. It's 1994, so he is well into his physique of an Applebee's manager stage, but not quite at the unincorporated landmass stage. You might notice a couple of things at the beginning. Namely, the graphics are terrible. A lot of that is because the game was not finished, but come on. But hey, looks aren't everything. Steven Seagal did somehow manage to marry Kelly LeBrock after all. What are the moves here? You have really slow stomach punches and chops to the neck. Kicks. Yeah, okay. Steven Seagal couldn't kick like that with a wire team and all the stuntmen in the world. Then you have this cabbage patching move. I think it's like a block or something. Most of your fights involve trading kicks to the junk. It seems oddly appropriate somehow, but I'll just pull out a gun and shoot this guy. Yes, you can totally just pull out a gun and cap them with the skills Steven Seagal learned in the Navy SEALs. You have an ammo meter that doesn't function, so there's literally no reason to not shoot people. How very Steven. Let's talk about the movement. Oh god, it sucks. Virtual Seagal moves about as nimbly as, well, actual Seagal. Girly, arm-flailing sprinting is not an option. As I said, the game wasn't finished, so Steve just kind of slides around, phasing through objects. Either that, or he has in fact become so fat, he has a layer of grease that just exudes from his skin that lets him slide around like a giant slug. Who are you fighting in this game? I don't know, guys in hats and scientists, see they have lab coats. The plot of this game is that you're fighting some kind of corporation that's doing something. Naturally, it's time to smack these people around. That's for not recycling. So I die, and apparently Steve has teleporting powers. I have a sneaking feeling that this was included on his recommendation. I eat enough goji berries and I play enough guitar and I'll be able to teleport, you scumbag. But his powers aren't enough to get onto the stupid elevator.
It's really tough, so everybody make sure that they believe really hard.
Happy that he made it to the end of the level without sexually assaulting some woman, Steven ecstatically goes to World 1, Level 2. Yeah, I punch robots and shoot humans. I'm so damn cool, you don't even know. So now I should point out that this game is basically a cinematic platformer involving disarming electric doors and a bit of maze gameplay. Because when I think of a video game licensing a burly, lethargic action hero, I think of Blackthorn. Also, it's 2017 and I reference Blackthorn. I feel like my virginity has somehow grown back. So, I had some alternate ideas for this video. It was going to be like a sketch where I play a psychologist and this woman comes in seeking rape counseling, and the joke is that I rape her. Lorne Michael said it wouldn't be funny, but what does he know about anything? So it appears the game is over after 2 levels, but then hit the select button on the screen where the level is stated, and you can skip to other levels, which means I get to do more of this video. Hooray. World 2 brings us to some kind of Foundry. You can't really see in this video because ZSNES is a terrible emulator. But there appears to be some sort of statue in the background sprite. Like some kind of religious idol that fell down or something. I have no idea how this is supposed to tie into the evil corporation thing, and I'm not at all intrigued. So you see this moving platform, and I just get this feeling of dread, like, oh god, this game actually is a cinematic platformer, and I'm going to have to nimbly jump from platform to platform while controlling this man. Still angry about the whole slamming against the wall incident on the set of Executive Decision, John Leguizamo seeks his revenge. Anyway, after I'm unpleasantly reminded that I actually liked Executive Decision against my better judgment, the game soils itself. Time to reset again. And I'm not screwing around, let's go to the last level. I don't even know what's going on here now. You're in like the computer from Reboot or something. I read on the internet there's supposed to be bombs to disarm. I don't know where those are. Whatever, this game sucks on ice. It's not even like making a Steven Seagal video game would have been that hard. Hell, you could just take Final Fight, reskin some characters to look like Seagal and William Forsythe, and you'd basically have Out for Justice, the video game. But they had to make a game with SWAT members in weird leather gimp suits, because this game was made on 90s action figure logic. Maybe the sequel would have had Jungle Attack Steven Seagal, or like that action figure line that was like wrestlers with day jobs. I don't know, this conversation's too nerdy even for me. You brought me to this, Steven Seagal.
Fuck you and die.
I'm Larson Halleck. Find another game.